Man, you guys keep me busy. I gotta say, this week you had me searching for some crazy stuff that I didn't even know existed, but I found it for you, and so I'm sharing it with the rest of the world here. I have no HOA. I have a 1.64 tax rate. I have acre lot properties, and on top of it all, if you have a family, I have an A-rated school district to go along with all of this. Where is this? You're about to find out right now. Hey, welcome back to my channel, Relocating to Dallas. I'm Scott Baxter, your local Dallas realtor, helping people just like you move to the great state of Texas every single day. And man, it is summertime. We've been getting a little bit of wind and rain lately. There's a lot of flooding in Texas lately. Haven't seen any flooding around here. We're all good to go here in the Dallas area. Now, right now, I'm in Van Alstyne, which is north. There's McKinney, then there's Melissa, then there's Anna, and then there's Van Alstyne. Just keeps on going north. Van Alstyne's a real small town. To go your shopping, you're gonna have to go down to either Anna or Melissa for your shopping, which is about a 10-15 minute drive. No big deal, but we're just a lot of land up here, a lot of great deals, and man, do we got a good deal for you this week. 1.64% tax rate. I am looking for these lower tax rates, and I live in the Rockwall area, which has some of the lowest tax rates in DFW. And people are like, well, Rockwall really wasn't my jam, or I didn't quite find what I needed over there. So, you know, I've been going down to Waxahachie. Waxahachie's in the south part of Dallas. And now we're in the very north side in Van Alstyne. And man, this has some good deals up here. 1.64% tax rate, you can't beat that. That A-rated Van Alstyne school district. Oh, you can't beat it. If you got a family, you're ready to move up this way, and I really don't blame you. So this is gonna be a house right here that we're gonna see by Stone Hollow Homes. Now this is gonna be a 4 bedrooms, 4 baths with a media room. Actually, it's a game room upstairs with another bath in it, and you can get this house for under $700,000 with an acre lot property. So we aren't actually in the acre lot properties right now. This is another neighborhood that I will, this has 60, 70, and 50 foot lots in this neighborhood, but we'll cover this one as it does the grand opening next week. But let's go ahead and take a look at this specific house. And you're gonna love this one, and you can build this on the acre lot properties. Let's go. Okay, I'm gonna give you a timeline of the video here today. Stone Hollow Homes actually has 3 different neighborhoods in Van Alstyne. We're gonna be visiting all 3. All 3 are not on Google Maps. It's really hard to find, so that's why I say contact me, because I put the puzzle together for you. So, number 1, we're gonna tour Stone Hollow's River Ranch Keystone Model Home. Now, River Ranch is kind of like the 50, 60, 70 foot lots, a little bit of tighter community, still really nice. There's other builders there as well. Number 2, we're gonna visit Sister Grove 2. Those are acre plus lot properties up to 2 acres. They haven't started building, but they're selling a lot of plans right now on there. And that's the main reason why I made this video. That's the main reason why we're here, is because of Sister Grove 2. Half the lots are already sold, so it is gonna be a timely involvement from you. Number 3, we're gonna go to visit Sterling Meadows acre lot properties. That's on closeout. However, they have 2 move-in ready homes that are gonna be done in the next month or 2. That is, I highly suggest you look at, because they're a good deal. They got some really good financing with it. And number 4, I'm gonna be in the studio explaining the builds, the schools, and Van Alstyne in detail. Beautiful country up here, beautiful. So let's get on with the tour. Stick around to the end, because there's gonna be a lot of packed information for you. Here we go. First of all, we have bedroom number 1 in this top corner. This is usually the quote unquote mother-in-law suite. This does not have a bathroom attached, but the bathroom is right next door. And then we have a closet right in here. Beautifully furnished, and I love the colors. This green's really in right now, and this rustic wood. Look at this. I'm really digging this. This is like, that's repurposed all the way. Nice little farmhouse feel. Ooh, this is a big bathroom. Look at this bathroom. That's 2 sinks. You usually don't see that in the bathrooms up in the very front of the house like this, but it has 2 sinks, bathtub, shower, a toilet. Amazing. So we're gonna go straight into here. This is bedroom 2, but it is converted into office. If you need an office, one of the bedrooms does go away, but this can be converted into an office. Now, of course, we have our laundry room. Gotta have a laundry room with those windows in it. That always helps because you just don't want to be stuck in the middle of the house in a laundry room. If you're doing laundry, you might as well get some light going on. And there's a place for a refrigerator right here. This is the main bathroom. Mud room right here. Garage is going to be right to your left. Looks like that garage is an office right now, but you can see the garage is right back there. This is going to be a 3-car garage house. And this is bedroom 2, has a giant walk-in closet here and plenty of space to store your items. All right, coming into the living area. This is pretty spacious in here. I like it. It has a nice little cozy fireplace over here with the mantle and hearth, and still the Texas farmhouse look going on in here. Love it, love the color of the floors, and brick going all the way up to the ceiling there. You can see this starts as a 1-story house, but you can do a game room upstairs if you'd like, and that's just, I think it's a couple thousand more, a couple 10,000 more. Let's go into the kitchen. Double ovens, microwave, refrigerator, and let's check out, not too bad. Me and my food closets. That'll do a family of 4 just fine. I like how they're doing the big sinks now. There's no dividers in the middle. That really helps. That's the new way of doing things. This has 5-burner gas stove and nice countertops on here as well. That's really nice. Nice little seating area here. This could actually be a whole nother table because that's a big island over that way. And then you're gonna have your dining room, which this almost looks like a formal dining room the way they have it presented. So really, you could have your formal dining room here, and you could have another dining table here. And Thanksgiving and stuff, it's a blowout. Everybody just is sitting here at this table over there. There's 4 seats here. Looks like there's 3 seats here. You can probably fit 4 here. Giant island though on this one. All right, let's go into the primary bedroom. Let's look at these sliders. Sliders are gonna be an upgrade. They are giving away some nice incentives right now on the Acre lot properties. Get a hold of me for that. All right, here we go into the primary bedroom. Look at this. A little extended out a little bit here for the seating area. There's a lot of room in this primary bedroom, I gotta say. There's a king size bed. This looks like a queen size bed actually, but you can fit a king size bed in here and be easy. Beautiful. And this is a big complaint that I get from people. It's like, I don't get the his and her closets though. With a house around 700,000, they just don't have it. Guess what? We have his and her closets right here. Let's take a look at these. All right, look at this shower in the primary bedroom. This is giant. And I know some people are gonna ask for the door here, and I do believe they can put a door here if you wanted, but this is just Huge, 2 different shower heads, 2 different knobs there. We have the vanities, his and her vanities. We have the bathroom right in here, and we're also gonna have an extra closet right here that goes, actually it goes way over there. So there's a lot more storage in that closet than you think. All right, you ready to head upstairs? All right, this is the game room option upstairs, and it has a full bar build out here with a microwave and the drink cooler. Be any sort of drinks in there. Full bar here, that's nice. And then the game room's gonna be up here. You know, you could double this as a media room if you wanted and just have this the media room, cover up the windows and stuff. So here's how this works. One more room before I tell you how it works. Let's go into this little bathroom here. This is another full bathroom upstairs. All right, this model is called the Keystone. I just want to explain a couple things right now. Now, if you need a home office, one of the bedrooms goes away. That's how this model is going to work. They don't add in an office, okay? So it comes a 4-bedroom. It actually starts as a 3-bedroom. So for $600,990, you're gonna have a 3-bedroom house with an office, if that's what you wanted, okay? Now, if you wanted to add the 4th bedroom, you know, if you had bedroom 4 and a full bath in lieu of a tandem garage and a half bath, $631,990, add a game room up, that's what this is, then it's $635,990, add a game room and a media, that's $667,990. Now, if you wanted to do the game room up here and you also wanted a media room, actually bedroom 3 downstairs disappears. So add a game room and bed 4, $671,990. That's maxed out at 3,210 square feet. You get this upstairs area. Okay, so here's the deal. It's a little confusing. So you can max it out as a 4-bedroom house. But if you want the game room upstairs and you want a media room downstairs and you want an office downstairs, then it's a 2-bedroom house with an office, a media room, because the office and media room take those 2 other bedrooms downstairs, and then you have the game room upstairs. So if you want more than 2 bedrooms in your house, I suggest, if you really have to have an office, you might just convert one of the bedrooms into an office and just leave it a bedroom. So it's a 4-bedroom house. It's gonna sell better that way, to be honest. But that's the skinny on this house. And I hope that explains it a little bit more. I wanna go out and I wanna look at Van Alstyne. I wanna show you Van Alstyne, and I wanna show you the 2 neighborhoods. One has acre lots and a couple spec homes. The other one is just lots that you can build on. They're already halfway sold out. But we're gonna get some drone footage. We're gonna show you exactly what you can build. Then I'm gonna go into the studio and show you every single build and the plans that you can build. Okay, let's go. All right, here we are at the Acre lots in Van Alstyne, Sister Grove 2. You know, these places aren't even on the map. The model home's not on the map. This neighborhood's not on the map. The other neighborhood's not on the map, so you need to contact me since I fit all the pieces together for you. Contact me at 945-244-0342, or you can also take this QR code, scan it with your camera on the screen. That'll take you to my website. You can fill out a buyer's form, and we can get the process started that way as well. Don't forget to click like and subscribe as well. But the roads coming out here, I just want to make sure you know you're in the country with no HOA, cheap tax rate. You want it all, you gotta give a little bit. And these country roads, some of them have some potholes, I'll admit, coming in here, but you just can't complain about everything, can you? You have to have something that gives, right? This pretty much checks every single box. Now, if you want a neighborhood with no HOA and you want a good school district, that's impossible until today. Until today, I found it. But if you want no HOA and you want it right next to everything, this is pretty much it as well. You're a couple minutes away from everything. But if you want it no HOA, absolutely no potholes, pristine roads, and you want everything pristine around you, well, you're just living in a fantasy land, and I can't help you at that point. So make sure you set your expectations to actual expectations that exist in the real world. And I say that with all the kind and love in my heart. So here it is. If you want no HOA, look at how big that trailer is over there. That trailer, you can park in front of your house. That's not part of this community. If you look over this way, this was the first phase of the neighborhood. So if you're wondering what this neighborhood might look like, hey, is it gonna look like everybody's got a bunch of junky cars in front? And if you look over here into these houses over here, that's what you're gonna see. I'm gonna show you from above. And there's actually, everybody takes care of everything. Everybody takes pride of ownership in their properties. And you're out there, you're out in Texas land, you got an acre, and you're good to go. Now, let's find out this next neighborhood. One more neighborhood to go, still in Van Alstyne. And this one is on closeout. You can't build there anymore. Here you can build up to, I think, 7 or 8 different plans. And starting just around 600 or even below, and going all the way up. You could probably get into, if you take the largest lot and one of the largest houses, you could be up to about 800,000 here. A lot of my clients, their sweet spot is around 750 max, and for that you can really get something in here. You can get something amazing in here and have a really nice lifestyle. So contact me, 945-244-0342, to get started on that process, because like I said, you cannot find this on Google Maps. They don't have anything on Google Maps. It took me half the day just to put this episode together to figure out where the neighborhoods are, and even they don't have addresses for the neighborhoods. There's no address to there. They're like, I'll send you a pinpoint to the map. So since I put it together for you, use me as your buyer's rep, and I'll make sure the whole process goes smoothly. And not only here, but if this doesn't fit and you want to go somewhere else and you want another tax rate, if this isn't your vibe, I got plenty of other options for you, because I specialize in this kind of stuff. So let's go to the next neighborhood, and I know you're gonna like it. By the way, the roads coming in here are really cool. The roads coming in here is just green, 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 with like farm ranches on the left, and it's just some beautiful country out this way in Van Alstyne. Highly suggest it if you want to get away from it all, but only like 10 minutes from Anna, 15, 20 minutes from Melissa, and 25 minutes from McKinney. You're just north. That's pretty much where it's all at. You're gonna have a Brookshire's and a Walmart in Anna for your shopping. And then in Melissa, you're gonna have Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's is in Melissa, and an HEB is in Melissa. So there's no stores actually in Van Alstyne right now. We're just coming in to the beginning stages of Van Alstyne growing. But they're growing the right way. I like it so far. They got some really loud trucks Yeah. Got some really loud trucks and got some acre lot properties, got no HOA, and we even have a pond here on one of the lots, so get a hold of me. Let's go to the next neighborhood. All right, here we are in Sterling Meadows. This is our last neighborhood of the day. Acre lot properties. This one's on closeout. This has 2 spec homes, which means move-in ready homes ready to go in the next month or 2, actually. And if you like the Keystone, if you liked what we saw in our first neighborhood, little model home, this is that exact house. This is a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,700 square feet. Right around 665 is where this lands. And you're gonna be able to live with all of this green space behind your lot, wide open space. Van Alstyne's just beautiful out here. I can't say enough about Countryside and Van Alstyne and the A-rated schools. I can't say enough about all of it. It's absolutely amazing. I would live here myself if I could. My wife will not let me move away from Rockwall though, but hey, one can dream and I can live vicariously through you. So get a hold of me. 945-244-0342 or scott.baxter@exprealty.com, or go on my website, dallasrelocationteam.com, and get a hold of me that way, or connect with me in the comments. You can do that too. This is gonna be done real soon. If you want a move-in ready home this summer, I've got it for you. I fit all the pieces of this puzzle together, because you'll never find this on your own, I guarantee that. It's absolutely just kind of crazy. But let's go to the second home that you can buy in this neighborhood, and then we're done. And we'll go into the studio. All right, this one is called the Castleberry. This is our other move-in ready home. This one's even further along, probably gonna be done in the next month or so, and this is July. So I would suggest an August date where you could close on this house. 3 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, a little over 3,144 square feet, and 3-car garage. I say we try to sneak in this one and see if there's anything going on in this one. Here, follow me. Hey, it's locked. You know, you can't win them all. The salesperson just happened to have the day off today, and so I was working with his assistant all day, but she couldn't drive out here. So we're gonna have to go with this, the Castleberry. And if you want to find more info on the Castleberry, get a hold of me, 945-244-0342. Never go in unrepresented. That's all I can say. Always have me by your side for that smooth move to Texas. I can find you the neighborhood, and maybe I found you the neighborhood. This could be it. The houses in here are absolutely stunning. No HOA here as well. 1.64% tax rate on this one as well. It's A-rated schools. We're all good to go. Let's go into the studio. I'm going to show you a little bit about Van Alstyne and a little bit more about the builds, and hopefully they have some pictures online of this one. Okay, here we go. Okay, in the studio. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for making it this far. My goal is to give you as much information as possible in one video to where you're feeling real comfortable about this neighborhood and this town. So Sister Grove, as you saw, they had some beautiful homes over there in the first phase that were already complete. We've already seen those via my quadcopter in the sky. So this is some pictures of what their 2-story house looks like over there. And this is not telling me exactly what model it was, but we can go through here and see office. Okay, here's a little bit of downtown Van Alstyne. Van Alstyne High School. The football team. Texas football, man. And this is a little square here. You see they have walking paths, biking paths, and that kind of looks like Sister Grove. Now, floor plans. Okay, here we go. Castleberry. Oh, this is the one that we saw that was kind of built and almost finished. It was a 3-car garage. It was 3144 square feet, I think. This one says up to 3335 square feet, 3 to 4 beds, 3.5 baths. I just don't know if they're gonna have pictures of it. There's the elevations, the front elevations. There's the floor plan. Yeah, I need to probably it should be very walkable really soon if you're interested in one of their larger models. I think that one was $725 for the Castleberry, and it was over 3,000 square feet. So if you want to walk it, get a hold of me, 945-244-0342. Can help set that up, meet out there with you, be your buyer's representative, of course, and help you through the process, because that's why I'm here. Here's the schools: Bob and Lola Sanford Elementary School, Van Alstyne Middle School, and Van Alstyne High School. So let's we click on there. All right, looks like a newer school there. So you can click on those links. StoneHollowHomes.com, communities, Van Alstyne, Sister Grove. And sorry, with all this wind, there's a lot of allergies still floating around in summertime. I'm a little bit stuffed up even in the summertime. Usually we kind of dry out by now, but it's been raining. It's been raining. Okay, Keystone. This is the model home that we went through. Now, I'm going to go through here and give you the exact prices. So the Keystone starts at $600,990. You can add a media down in lieu of the tandem garage for $627,990. You can add a bedroom and full bath in lieu of the tandem garage and a half bath for $631,990. You could do a lot of things with this. Add a game room up. That's what we saw up there. That starts at the base price at $635,990. Add a game room and media, $667,990. Add a game room and bed 4, $671,990 is the base price. And right now they have like $40,000. That incentive could change in the future, but they have like $40,000 to spend right now as of July 2025. So just get a hold of me and we'll go through what incentives on what month. If you see this a year down the road, you never know. Could probably still have some good incentives. Depends how much everything starts selling. I mean, right now, man, they are selling. This neighborhood's going to sell out because they haven't had their grand opening yet. It's not even on Google Maps, and half the lots are sold. And you know why? Because this is like one of those really, really good deals that I see. I mean, because you can get it all. You can get it all, but then it's, no, I want it all with the A-rated school system. And that's the challenge. And so finding this with an A-rated school system, if you're raising a family, and if you're empty nesters, it doesn't matter really, right? Besides, if you're really worried about resale of your house, but if you're empty nesters, you want to build that house and pretty much spend the rest of your years in the house. So you're really not, you shouldn't be really concerned about what it's going to sell for if you're leaving it for your kids or something. I mean, I think there's a little weigh in on that part, right? So at that point, you could go on Stone Hollow Homes and go to Nevada. And I have a whole video on that. And we can talk in more depth about that if you want. But if you have a family and you want to get out, and I mean, Nevada still has some decent schools. They're just not rated as high as this one. But on Nevada Schools on Stone Hollow Homes, which is another video of mine, it was a C-rated school, but at the same time, it was 12-to-1 teacher to student ratio. That's pretty good. I mean, it's usually 17-to-1. If you get in these 6A schools, it's like 25-to-1. So anyways, there's that. So this is going to sell out probably sooner than later because of the A-rated schools and because of the price. I mean, the prices are really good. The Keystone starting at $600,990. You can max it out at $671,990. Now, don't forget, there's also going to be lot premiums added onto that. So this is Elevation DS. Lot premiums, I mean, if you want the 2-acre lot with the pond, it's about almost 100 grand. Otherwise, lot premiums are going to be less on the lot premiums. So here's some pictures of the Keystone. We've gone through this one. And let's roll back here. So the Castleberry, we never went through the price on that. That's 1 story, 3 bed, 3 bath, living, dining, study, media. You can add a bed 4. That price is $705,990 with bed 4. $690,990 for just the regular one. So $690,990 for a 1-story, 3 bed, 3 bath, and that's 3,027 square feet. That's on the Castleberry. That's the first one. If you want to add bed 4, it's 3,335 square feet and starts at $705,990. Okay, here we go. Kirtland. 3 to 5 beds, 2 to 3 baths, anywhere from 1879 to 2624. This is the smallest house they build. Okay, and the price on this, $548,990. So you can get into this neighborhood as low as $548,990 on your base price. Now they probably will have a lot or two that have 0 lot premiums. So take advantage of that while they have them, because once they're out, they're out. Now you can add a sunroom, and that takes it up a couple grand to $555,990. You can add a game room and a half bath up for that, just kind of like what we saw in the Keystone. Gives that extra second story, kind of 1.5 stories, and that's $600,990. Add an optional suite up is $628,990. So that's a whole nother suite bedroom upstairs with its own bathroom. And here's all the elevations that you're going to see on the Kirtland. I'll give you my favorite. Let's see. I mean, we all have our favorites. Maybe I won't give you my favorite. I don't know. I'm caught in between all of these. These all look great down here. Elevation A is usually what comes with it. So if you don't want to pay for any other costs, you know, elevations can, depends on the builder. Elevations can be up to 15 grand to change things, you know, if you get the stone and the brick going. But yeah, just each elevation has its own. So we'll have to talk with the salesperson about that. They have a photo gallery of the Kirtland. All right, look at this. All right, this is good. It had a 3-car garage in there. It looks like hardwood scraped floors there. It's a nice touch. Cozy yet roomy. I mean, for $548,990 with an acre of land out in the middle of nowhere with no HOA in northern Rockwall neighborhoods, you really can't lose on that one. All right, let's go to the Newport. Newport side, that means it's going to be a J-swing garage. You're not going to see the garage from the front. And if I could get to the Newport, ooh, this is a big one. This is their biggest one you can build. All right, there's no rhyme or reason in their, all right. They're not going from biggest to smallest. They're just kind of jumping everywhere on their website. Let's go through the pictures of the Newport. Okay, the Newport starts at $751,990. If you want the biggest house they got, here we go. This is anywhere from 4,000 square feet to 4,259 square feet. It's a 2-story, 5-bed, 4.5 bath, dining, study, game room. This is a nice build right there. 3-car tandem garage. You can add, and that starts at $751,990. You can add a second master suite in lieu of bedroom 5 for $776,990. Got that little spiral staircase, a little rounded staircase. I know people love that. They want to put that Christmas tree there. I've had multiple clients with wives saying, I have to have that staircase so I can put my Christmas tree there. And you can see there's a Christmas tree put right there. Here's a formal dining room. There's the kitchen, cabinets, double ovens. I'm seeing some double ovens there. So this isn't a big, huge ceiling. This isn't a 20-foot ceiling or anything in the bottom floor. If that's what you're looking for, might not be the house for you. This is or the builder. But if you don't mind that, going through the pictures here. The Newport. I want to go through real quick because I haven't actually been in one. So it looks like when you come in to the door, the front door, love that. I love the floors on this. That's a really cool Texas floor. When you come in, you have giant ceilings going up and you can see everything. And then I just want to get over here to the kitchen. You have some nice rounded arches going into the kitchen. And here's the living room. So here's the living room. So the living room's actually going to have, they're making the most space, and I see this in David Weekley homes too. They make the most space of the house because there's rooms upstairs and you're getting as much square footage out of the house as you can. So you're not in the living room, you don't have a 20-foot ceiling. Looks like you have about a 10 to 12-foot ceiling. And so your living room is not going to be giant and tall. Now, if you don't mind that, then we're all good to go with this house plan because it's going to fit a whole family. It's going to be plenty of room. It's going to have room to room to room. It's going to fit multiple kids. You can raise your family in it. Or if you're empty nesters and you want your kids and everybody there on Thanksgiving, you'll have room for everybody. Now, if you really have to have that high ceiling, let's go through the other plans first. But I do have another option for you. I have another builder for you. It is going to be a higher tax rate though, and that's just kind of what you get, unfortunately. That's just what we have in the Dallas area. Okay, that was the Newport. Now let's go to the Regatta. Sister Grove, 4 to 5 beds, 2.5 to 4 baths, 3226 to 3481 square feet. Because we still have the Trinity and the Regatta here for the larger homes. So don't go away yet. Stick around. Let's run through these and see. Explore the 3D space in the Regatta. Okay. All right. So we can explore a little bit, and this is something you can do online as well. All right. Let's go into this. Okay, so the Regattas has a little bit more of a higher ceiling in the living area. And here's the kitchen. still cozy. You know, we're not having giant. And primary bedroom. All right, let's go back out here. Let's go upstairs. Okay, we have a movie room. Whoa, getting dizzy. I didn't mean to do that, sorry. Movie room. This is going to be a flex space. And we're going to have bedrooms up here. Looks like 2 bedrooms and a bath. Looks like another bedroom up there. And you're going to be able to... Whoa. All right, this is getting crazy. I'm getting out of here. You can go through that if you want. Elevations for that. Elevation E and F. Actually, all these elevations are looking pretty good. It's a good looking house. Elevation F. So if that floor plan works for you, let's go through the photos. It might be a little bit easier. Regatta. 3481 square feet, 2-story, 4-bed, 3.5 bath. Living, dining, study, game room is optional. Optional bed, oh, game room, okay. Optional bed 5 in lieu of study. So you can get, if you don't need a study, you can have a bed 5. That house is $689.90. This one right here. A little bit taller ceilings there, so that might alleviate the lower ceilings than the other one. But you know, I have lower ceilings in my house, and I'm fine with it because above it is our game room for our kids, and you know, it's making the most of that square footage. And it stays warmer in the wintertime, cooler in the summertime, because you're not trying to heat that upper area above your head. Okay, that's the Regatta. All right, let's go into the Trinity. Okay, the Trinity is the second to the largest house they make. So the Trinity is 3858 square feet. And 2 stories, 4 bedrooms. We're not going in 3D space. That got a little crazy. 4 bed, 3.5 bath, living, dining, study, media, game room, and a 3-car garage for $731,990. Okay, I have high hopes for this one. Here we go. This looks like it was a model home. Not sure what neighborhood that was in. All right. So this is the house. If you want that tall ceiling, the Trinity is what you want to build, and that's probably why they had it as the model home. So hopefully you stuck around past that, because I was like, on their largest one, the Newport, I was like, oh no, that ceiling's a little low, and then, you know, some people really don't like that. Some people don't mind. But the Trinity is going to be the house for you, I think. 3858 square feet. $731,990. Pretty much is going to have everything. Study, media, game room, 3-car garage. It's going to have everything. And you could see the stone fireplace going all the way up, the extra windows on top. And that primary bedroom looks spacious. Bedrooms are looking spacious upstairs. There's the laundry room. There's your office. Hardwood scraped floors throughout. This is your game room with a pool table. Man, you could put Pop a Shot up there. You could put pool table. You could put many different items up there. And there's your movie room. And that's not really set up as a movie room. That's a pretty... They didn't really set it at movie room up to where it's like, wow, look at that movie room. But it just shows you the space that you can get in that. All right, so 4 to 5 bedrooms, 3.5 to 4.5 baths, 3,825 square feet. Okay, there you go. If you want to build the biggest house they got with the most room they got, I want the tall ceiling. You want the Trinity, starts at $731,990. Get a hold of me, 945-244-0342. We'll get a little more details going about picking out your lot and finding out all the incentives, and then I help you through the build process. I help you through everything. I'm there from day one. I don't just hand you off to the builder. We keep tabs on the builder the whole time, and we'll do inspections. We'll do everything till the end to make sure it's your smooth move to Texas. And I guarantee I'm always doing that with video when we have big different build milestones. I'll do a video for you. I like that one. There's the Trinity. I always like to build the biggest one, and elevation A comes with it. That's beautiful. Wow. Elevation B, you want that stone and brick. Look at that, just absolutely stunning. Elevation C, a little bit more modern look with the flat lines instead of curved. And elevation DS, I mean, man, elevation ES. Oh, I don't know if I had to pick. Man, if I had to pick and I was on a budget, I'd just probably go with elevation A. Do a charcoal roof, charcoal, everything, gutters, that, and pick white brick and call it a day. But man, you could do all these different elevations. So you could pick. You got 40 grand to spend through their incentives right now. Ooh, I like that one. Victoria, we're going down. This is a one-story, 2,792 square feet, one story, 4-bed, 3-bath, living, dining, and a study. $688,990 is the price on this. They're not going to tell you the prices online. So, but I'm giving you that. So I'm trying to give you everything here. Here's the elevations. That's beautiful. I like that. You like that? There's the red brick with stone. That's your Texas style home right there. I love the Texas wood floors right there. That door kind of gives it that farmhouse feel. So this is going to be $2,792, one story, 4-bed, 3 baths, living, dining, study. So this is going to be a lot of houses are built like this. I've seen different builders with this same type of plan. That's a beautiful bathroom though, isn't it? That's a step up. They have some nice finishes in this builder. I've seen some other builders that just don't quite finish it out that nice. So, there you go. So that's what all you can build. I see a Drexel here. Did we miss a Drexel? It's not showing a Drexel, but I'm seeing a Drexel here. 2948, one story, 4-bed, 3-bath, living, dining, or game study. $689,990. So I don't see the Drexel here, but it's on my price sheet. So anyway, here's the site map. Sold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have a different sheet that says sold. Right there. All the reds are sold. I think the one by the pond was number 5 was that one fell through. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 5. So that means there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 left. Okay, not halfway done. It's about a third of the way done. Got 12 left. Don't delay. Get a hold of me, 945-244-0342 or scott.baxter@exprealty.com. or you go to my website, www.dallasrelocationteam.com. We can figure out, get the process started with you, get you into one of these before it goes away. All right, let's go into the next. Here's the next neighborhood. All right. This neighborhood was the third neighborhood we visited, okay? And this one is called Sterling Meadows. Sterling Meadows is sold out, okay? All these available floor plans. I don't see the Drexel in there either. All these available floor plans are done. Besides, this is what it's going to look like. This is the first one that we saw, and this one was the Keystone, $665,990. Just like the model home, this is going to be available as a move-in ready home. Coming soon. And then also $725,990. This one's under construction. And 3,144 square feet. And that one was the Castleberry. Okay, so there we have that. There's only two left, and that's where they are. This is a greenbelt lot right here, and that's going to be the Keystone. All right, so that is for that neighborhood. Now, I could go and show you real quick. River Ranch is where we started with the model home, okay? Now, River Ranch, the tax rate goes up. It's over 2%, and that's because it's near everything, maybe within the city limits. I think within the city limits of Van Alstyne, you're going to get a higher tax rate. Outside the city limits where these other places are, it's going to be different. But I saw a couple different builders there, 3 different builders. Windsor, Stone Hollow. I forget the other one. Pacesetter? I really wasn't looking when I went through there. It might be Pacesetter. Don't quote me on that one. We'll go back to that neighborhood. But if you want a 50, 60, or 70-foot lot, you can do the homes at River Ranch. And these are going to be even cheaper. So as you can see, you get $455,990 for the Ashlar plan, which we didn't go over, or the Curlin plan for $479,990. These are about 1,800 square foot houses, so that'll be under $500,000. And you can see here's in orange are all the available lots, and available homes are in green. So this is Stone Hollow Homes in River Ranch. So if you want more of a neighborhood closer together, you can do that. Let's go into Van Alstyne. All right. Let's say, I believe these guys had a map. I'm going to do something real quick. We're going to go by Van Alstyne. Okay. Here's the communities. Now, it's not on Google Maps. It's on their map, though. Here's Van Alstyne. This is going to be River Ranch. Right? Okay. And this is going to be Sister Grove. And then up here is going to be Sterling Meadows. Sterling Meadows has the 2 move-in ready homes. Okay. Sister Grove 2 is going to be those 12 lots left to build. Sold out. You can build on acre lot properties, both here. 2 move-in ready homes on acre lot properties. You can build here on acre lot properties. Okay. Here is 50 to 70 foot lots. These 2 neighborhoods are 1.64 tax rate. This neighborhood is, I believe, 2.2% tax rate. Tax rate goes up. And that's just because it's within the city limits. Okay? So that is the skinny on those neighborhoods. Van Alstyne. Okay, so there's no grocery stores in Van Alstyne. It doesn't have much. It's at the beginning stages. And there's so much land around. Will it happen to be like that in the next 10 years? I believe it will grow. Just like all of these places grew. McKinney is big now. It's crowded. Here we go. Melissa, it's growing. Bucky's right here. And now Anna is growing. And now Van Alstyne is just at its infancy. Best time to get in its infancy. Get some land around here. Be away from it all. Be close enough to it all. Here's your grocery stores. You're going to go from Van Alstyne to Brookshire's. Brookshire's is a great store. Walmart Supercenters right there. So just 10 minutes down the road. You're probably about 15 minutes from here, right? If you're up around here. Because I believe this is kind of where we're at out there. If you want to go down to Melissa, there's Bucky's. There's going to be an HEB opening. There's a Costco opening in Anna, I believe. So you're going to have things right next to you. And then there's this, it's not showing it on the map, but it's going to be this outer loop that goes all across here. And it goes east to west, and it goes down to Rockwall. So there's going to be a major road going that way too. So getting to work, if you have to go in, maybe if you're hybrid, would be a perfect scenario. If you need to get to the airport, you're still going to be able to just kind of roll down this, get to the airport, and I think you're going to be good to go. It's so beautiful up there. I can't even tell you enough good things about how beautiful it is there. So that's the builds. That's a little bit about Van Alstyne. Let's go into a little bit more about what is in Van Alstyne. All right. Permanently closed. Food market's permanently closed. That's not good. Tillett Grocery, permanently closed. So apparently the grocery stores just weren't, the mom and pop shops just didn't have enough bang for the buck to probably make it through COVID. So we have Dollar General, which is pretty standard for a really small town. They have $1 General, and you can get your basic food items there. Brahms Ice Cream and Dairy Store. That's a great place for ice cream. Great place to stop in with your kids. Quick Check Delicatessen, Ace Hardware, Farmers Market. I do believe I saw Ace Hardware. So there's a hardware store. McKinney Wilson Park. Not a lot going on. Here's the middle school. There's a church. You move to Texas, got to get a church. That's just the rules. Don't forget. You're coming in for Texas values, right? Adding into the great state of Texas. And there you go. Got the 75. That's the main highway that goes down here. You can go down the 5 as well. And they all meet in Melissa and go down even further. And you can attach to the 399. That's tollway. And then you're all set to go anywhere in Dallas. And then you can just kind of jump on this road, go over here, or jump on this road. Go up to Gunter. That's the next hot spot coming up. Got to do something on there because it's just, Salina is going to be huge. Salina is going to be so big, guys. I'm telling you. It's going to be bigger than all of this down here. Prosper, Frisco. Look how much Salina can grow. Salina can grow a lot. And they are putting the infrastructure in. It's going to be nuts. Here's the sweet spot. here's a sweet spot in my opinion. I love it up in Weston. Super nice little country roads. And then just north of here, north of Weston, there's the equestrian centers, the golf club, Bridges Golf Club. Right around here, all around here, just absolute beautiful land. Beautiful, beautiful land up here. And it's such a beautiful country spot. And so grab your acreage while you can now, because as it grows, you can see the growth patterns right here. As it grows, it's gonna spread out, spread out, spread out. But you know, Van Alstyne's doing a lot of acre lot properties, and if you want to get some big acre lot properties, I would get in this area, definitely. All right, let's wrap it up. Man, thanks for listening to me talk. I hope I dumped all my brain out for you there on everything that I think is awesome in Van Alstyne and this whole neighborhood and everything. Man, I think this is a good one. So if you want to build, if you're interested in a move-in ready home, if you want to be up in Van Alstyne, which is an amazing area, I would move up there myself right this second if I could. If my kids weren't in school, they were doing it, if I had a choice, I would move to Van Alstyne. I know other people that have done it, and it's just a little bit further out there, and it gives you that peace and quiet, but you're right next to the city. Pretty close to the city, but you're out there far enough to where you're not like massive amounts of people around you. So if that's the kind of person you are, and you're like, but then I don't want to deal with an HOA as well, then my HOA sucks. They all suck. So I get a lot of calls from HOA. People don't want to deal with HOAs because they say, yeah, these people are just complaining. There's a bunch of stuff going on. I don't want an HOA. So that's why I'm out here to find them. Not only for you, but for me, right? We don't want HOAs. Not a lot of us. Some people want it for the amenities and everything, but if you're bringing your own amenities, and I just say go without an HOA. That's the easiest, least path of resistance forward, especially if you just want to be left alone. You're moving to Texas to be left alone. You're here, you want the land, you want the space. That's it. I think this is a good neighborhood for you. So get a hold of me. 945-244-0342. We're thinking on the same level here, aren't we? That's what, when you guys call me, you're like, yes, I totally get what you're saying, Scott. I get it. And this is why I do what I do. I love meeting you guys too. Because by the time you call me, we're all like-minded because you like me in the videos and you like what I'm saying. And so we usually get along just right off the bat, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. I love meeting people. I love helping people out, and I definitely love helping people out a different way than most realtors are doing these days. Most realtors are just like, okay, what's the biggest, fanciest house we can get? What's the biggest, look at me, look at what I'm driving, look what I'm wearing, look how successful I am. I'm just down to earth guy. I drive a 4-wheel drive truck. I like the country roads. I like finding the best deals for you. And that's the fun part of it for me, is find, okay, where can I find the cheapest tax rate? Where can I find the most land? Where can I find the biggest bang for your buck that's going to give you and stretch your money as far as it's going to go? So if that's the type of realtor you want, probably want to go with me, relocating to Dallas, and that's what I love to do. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I always love to have you watch the videos and comment. That always helps. Like the video. That even helps me more. So that's a free thing you can do, is like my videos and comment. That helps the YouTube algorithm to get me out to more people. And if you subscribe, then you'll find my weekly videos right in your YouTube homepage, ready to watch every week. And I always have something cool for you. So, Scott Baxter, your local Dallas realtor. Never stop chasing that dream home. And if you want to go into the next video down that rabbit hole, you can go into it, and it's going to be right here.